stone's throw away from where the heart of the American Revolution was fought, and we are anxious to see a fight on the gridiron in this one. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Umass Minutemen. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Line gets set, first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They feed him again. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Looking to scramble. He's going to run it. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
He'll field the punt and take it back. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Offense set on 1st down. From the gun, running back gets the give. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum. That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. And this guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
It's 1st down from the 37-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the tight end. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Now from inside the red zone. He looks that one in nicely. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Miami! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Power football with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And it's not panic time yet for this offense, but last week was a really bad performance. This week, starting off a little bit slow. They got to find some form of rhythm. They got to find some way, get a few first downs, get some playmakers involved, because right now they just seem out of sync.
Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
After misfiring, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He'll try to do it himself. Open space at the 25. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number 1, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
After the big 1st down sack, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Canes! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Umass offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the 1st quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Nice job on defense there against the power play, plugging up the middle of the field, forcing the ball carrier to try to get to the outside, but they used their speed and tackled him for a loss.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Dropping back, it's Etienne. Quarterback moving. He finds his man. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
Yeah, and 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
Going up top on first down. And that one is incomplete. It's the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Miami 14, Umass 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Umass will line up to punt it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Got his man. Turns it on at midfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Now, listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. It's still a successful play.
Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Oh, he makes the catch. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
down. He's looking to throw. They're working that left side. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The Hurricanes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignment. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
We'll see if they can dig one up. It goes forward this time on 2nd down from the 18. From the gun, the ground game. They knock him down right there.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
Umass will line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Miami.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
And the extra point was good. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering.
Returner runs out of bounds.
The Umass offense returns to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer, but I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
With the score, Miami 28, Umass 0.
Second half just about to get started, and Umass will kick it off. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll open the second half on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent.
Nothing but green ahead. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
They'll leave it with him. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease when he can make yards for him.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Well, no surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
To the ground with the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Running back searching for a hole. Keeps the legs moving. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around. Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! And the route is on.
Miami, number 35, in the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Pittsburgh is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Dan Marino, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by just 4 to West Virginia. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Handoff from the gun. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4.
42 Spider.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. They tried to run the counter, but absolutely nothing doing.
And those counter plays take a little longer to develop. Sometimes you're usually pulling 1 or 2 guys, and that penetration in the backfield can kill you, can get to the running back before he gets started.
Umass will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Miami 35, Umass 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. is at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
They'll try the run. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The Canes have this offense rolling. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. They'll line up for a second down play. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. The give to the back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Canes send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Fair catch called for and made. The Umass offense returns to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable in that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the field.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. This Hurricane defense has been an impenetrable wall all day, not moving an inch against these guys.
And it's a complete effort, Reese. It's the front. It's the defensive line owning the work up front. It's the linebackers running. It's the secondary all working together, reminiscent of the 2001 Miami defense. Under 10 points a game, putting together a performance today.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
It'll be a draw. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Well, you don't see this very often. So much for fighting until the bitter end as they'll take the unvictory formation.